What's up, guys? BFL Network here. Today we're here with Ryan C. and Miles, a Trinidad episode of BFL Insight. It's been a while, folks. We're just gonna update you on the league and Miles, shut up. Update you on the league and what's been going on. You know, we're gonna talk about MidSeason Awards, standings. The Sunkings possibly having the greatest season we've ever seen in BFL history, and some recent trades have been going on, so let's get right into it. So the first thing that we're going to go over is the MidSeason Awards. So me, Miles, and Ryan are going to talk about the MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player, Offensive Player of the Year, and Captain of the Year, and we're going to give our picks for each of those awards. So, for MVP, I'm going to go first. Honestly, I think the MVP, in the NFL and sometimes the BFL usually goes to the QB of one of the best teams. And while Ryan C. is having an amazing season, receiving the ball and catching the ball for touchdowns, and his team is leading the standings, I think Patrick Schreck is having an amazing year, throwing those balls to Ryan and Hayden T. So I think for that reason, Patrick S is MVP.
I also agree with that pick. Pat is having an outstanding year. He has not thrown one pick through 5 games, so I agree with that.
I'm gonna go with Pat S, the man himself. He's the greatest quarterback in the BFL history, and give me.
All right, next is Defensive Player of the Year. So honestly, I think this is just gonna be, I think either Hayden T or Ryan C, because their defense is doing very good.
Very well.
And Hayden T and Ryan C are having very good. They're picking the ball off a lot, so that's my opinion.
I'm gonna go with Let me look at the interception leaders here. Interceptions. Well, alright. Well, interceptions. Well, after yesterday's game, I would say, I guess, Ryan McC.
Alright.
Yeah,
Ryan
C.
I'm gonna have to go with Ben, just because he's been locking everyone down.
Ben's a good choice.
Rookie of the Year, I think no question, Hayden T. He's having one of the best seasons in the league anyway, and he is a rookie, so definitely.
I agree with that.
I'm gonna go with Chris.
Yeah, because he's on your team.
No, because Chris is
Alright, Most Improved Player. To be honest, I think I'm gonna have to go with Ben. His team is winning some games for once. He's playing amazing defense like he's always been known for, but his team's success is backing it up. And he's playing good at quarterback with some good receivers. So I'm gonna go Ben.
I'm gonna have to go with Brendan Grubberg. He's turned his normal wide receiver skills into elite receiving skills, leading his team, pretty much carrying them without having their star player, Pat Grubberg, leading their team to the 4th playoff spot. So I'm going to have to go with Brendan.
I guess, I honestly don't know. Looking at the stats, I probably would agree with Brendan. Probably. Brendan has been really good this year. So.
Alright.
I'm going with Brendan.
Offensive Player of the Year, I think that will be Ryan C. The Sunkings are doing so good on offense, just murdering teams, and they just can't stop him. Ryan has an astonishing 25 receiving touchdowns this year. Yeah, in 4 games. So I'm going to have to go with Ryan.
I'm going to go with Pat S. I'm going to say he's going to win both MVP and Offensive Player of the Year, because he's the best quarterback this league has ever seen, and he's the one who's throwing the dots down the field to Ryan and Hayden. So I'm gonna go with Patrick.
I think it could be between these 3 people. I think I could win it. I think Miles could win it. Miles is racking up the receptions, and I think Brendan is also a good choice for it. In 2nd place for receptions and touchdowns. So, and then for
Captain of the Year, Ryan.
Wait, hold on. It's it's me who's in 2nd for receptions and TDs.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
For Captain of the Year, me, undefeated, never lost.
Okay. Honestly, this might be a bit controversial, but I don't think that Ryan is, because I just think that Ryan has such a great team around him. It's like kind of expected. So I'm gonna say Ben F right now because they start off the year really poorly, but Ben has kind of rallied his troops and they've been playing really well as of late. So yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna go Ryan because his team is doing really good. So that's all the awards, and we'll go to the standings now.
Alright, so right now we're going to talk about the BFL standings as of week 6. So, going down the list, week 5. So, going down the list, we have the Sunkings in first, being 5-0, and then second is the Minutemen being 3-1. Although, this is kind of controversial right now, though, because, in third place...
He's scared to play!
In third place is the Benson Topicables at 2-3, and then the, who is and then Gritty Grind at 2 and 3. But Ben is in the third because of point differential. In fifth place we have the Boneyard at 2 and 4, and finally in last place we got the best team in the league, the Kevinstown Kings at 1 and 4.
All right, that's it for the standings. Now we'll talk about the Sun Kings' success. Alright, so now we're going to talk about how the Sun Kings may have had the greatest season ever so far. And honestly, the stats just prove it. You know, they're blowing out teams by 56, 63, 49, like, just every single game it seems like. You know, the Ben's Unstoppables have given them some good fights, but really every other team is just getting blown out by this team. And it's interesting, you know, going into the season, we knew that they were going to be amazing, but we didn't know that in 5 games they're going to have a 182 point differential, obviously in the positive side. So, yeah, the Sun Kings are just going all out. Miles, Ryan, how do you feel?
Yeah, I'll say yeah, probably. I'll give it the greatest performance of all time.
I'd have to say for reasons of great draft picks and changing the name from Krauser's Crispy Chicken Kangaroos to Atlantic City Sun Kings. You know, Game of Zones is a big important thing in this BFL, and that episode was great. Link in the description.
Alright, now we're going to talk about recent trades.
And lastly, we're going to talk about some recent trades to the BFL. So, one of the trades was the Minutemen sending Brady C to the Kevinstown Kings for T-Mac. And to be honest, they don't really show up that much, but I think it was a good trade for the Minutemen, getting a good quarterback, good defender in T-Mac. So I thought that was a pretty good trade.
Then, after that trade, the Minutemen dealt T-Mac again for, to the Boneyard for Caleb. And I made this move because Caleb's up for my team and against the, game against the Kings, and Caleb just went off and he just performed very well. So I just figured that, and he even expressed interest in training the Minutemen, so I just made the deal happen and I'm happy with it.
And now, the Sun Kings, as if their team wasn't good enough, they sent Tyler K, who is a very good receiver, but, you know, hasn't shown up for them, doesn't show that much interest in the BFL. They sent him for a reliable second receiver on team, Luke B. Yeah, so I think this was a good trade for the Sun Kings, because, to be honest, Tyler was not going to show up. If he did, it would be like for one game or something. So I think this was smart by Ryan to get him from the Kings. And the Kings are just trading everyone, blowing up their team. I don't know what they're doing, but we'll see what happens. And now we're gonna... Oh yeah.
And then this is probably the biggest one of the year so far. The Minutemen sent their first round selection, Patrick G.
We already made a video about this.
You did?
Yeah.
I made a video about it.
Alright, we'll just cut this part out. Alright, so now we're going to talk about a trade. We're each going to say a trade that we think could happen throughout the rest of this season. So, me personally, I think Spencer's finally going to deal Marco away, and I think, Spencer and Marco, they're friends, but I think Spencer's, people are complaining, so I think Spencer's gonna deal him for basically nothing. I think maybe like Tyler K or something. I just see that happening. Miles?
Well, first of all, I don't think anyone wants Marco, so I don't think that trade's
I
gonna
agree with
happen.
that.
But I think a trade that, well, I don't know about a trade, but I think a player that could be dealt is Cameron of the Ben's Unstoppables. He hasn't shown since week 1, and even in week 1, I guess he didn't live up to his standards, even though I know he's a tremendous player. But overall, he just hasn't been showing up, and I think Ben might deal him to someone. Yeah.
I think rookie phenom Jack B will be dealt. Showed up to the Unstoppables, played great, but he does not like it down in Ben's lands. He does not like the Unstoppables. From recent meetings I've had with him, I've heard he does not like it down in Ben's town. That's my thought.
I agree with that.
Alright, well, see you guys. That's been BFL Insight episode 2 of this season. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Get it!
Get them.